Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sales Remastered. I'm your host, Daniel, and this is a brand new episode of Sales Remastered. In this episode, I'm going to share something very valuable with you. This is going to help you today, but more importantly, this is going to help you going into 2018. Some real deep shit right now, and I want you to put some thought to it. As a matter of fact, bookmark the fucking link, save that bitch to your favorites bar, and pull up whenever you need a reminder, because this just may be the absolute most valuable video of 260, by the way, on the YouTube channel. I got multiple multiple videos on Facebook as well. So definitely check out the two platforms. But in this episode, I'm a fucking wow that ass. And what it has to do is something that you would think is apparent, but it's most challenging when you're on the other side of the table. What I mean by the other side of the table is I'm talking to all people who rely on sales, anyone and everyone who relies on persuasion and the reaction and exchange from another person, another being, whether it's business or consumer, in order to dictate your income and justify your efforts, right? In other words, i.e. bonuses and commissions. And what I'm talking about in this episode is recognizing when to let go, like literally, and why it's most important right now, especially going into the last few days of 2017, is because if we look at the last year of 2017, in real estate, most in particular, we're rebounding off of one of the strongest last couple years we've had in real estate, with regards to sales and commissions and interest rate in the market. And the whole speculation that's been going on for the last couple of years of the market's going to change, the rates are going to go up, it's a more purchase market, there's no more refinances. And this has been rumors for the last 3-4 years, and it's becoming more relevant. But notice that it becomes only most relevant when our business is slow. Meaning that, oh man, maybe they're right. Maybe the market is going up because business is slow, or maybe the refinances are down because businesses are slow. And when business gets slow, what we find ourselves doing is we're mixing our emotion with our talent, with our effort. And what we're doing is we're actually putting together the reason, we're justifying the reason why we're not winning because of the reaction from our consumers. And so if it's through the holiday season and business is slow, or people just don't want to talk to you, or they don't want to buy, we sometimes forget that it is because of the holidays, or worse yet, we understand it's the holidays and we accept that as the excuse, so then we mentally check out. But here's the thing, is that regardless of some people's view, by people's I'm talking about consumers, regardless of the consumer's view of whether or not it's important to them, what needs to remain important to us is our own POV, meaning don't write the life story that you have with someone else's pen. Don't base and dictate the quality of life that you have, or the quality of the day that you have, and your future that you will get based on something out of your control, because it is all in your control. It is literally your choice. And so I want you to think about right now, the last week of 2017. Just look back the last month. Think about how slow business has been. Think about the trials that you've gone through over the last couple weeks to not only bounce back or survive the holidays, but also consider the difference in the market, how hard it is to generate one sale when just a year ago that shit was easy. And I want you to understand that this is what you signed up for. You signed up to be in sales because you saw the upside. You can't just fucking check out, blame the world, and then get pissed just because it's not working in your favor. You can't get mad just because you gotta fucking sell. This is what it's all about. You gotta fucking hustle. Now you understand why everyone's like, sales ain't for me. I don't like asking for the sale. Or I don't want to seem pushy. Well, this is what the fuck they're talking about, are times like this. So now, more than ever, do we need skill in order to determine our success. It's no longer order taking and just riding the motherfucking market. You need to know how to persuade, you need to know how to be aggressive, and you need to know how to influence. That's the only motherfucking way you're gonna win. But here's the thing, is a small percentage of us is going to accept it's the holidays. A small percentage of us will accept that it's just that time of year and mentally check out. Now here's the thing, is the smaller portion of the small portion of us that decides to mentally check out actually fucking deserves it. Meaning that they hustled their fucking ass off all 2017, boosted and earned enough income to where they've literally entitled themselves to that fucking vacay. So go ahead and you do you, boo-boo. You earn that shit. But here's the thing is, if you didn't really make any motherfucking success, if you didn't dramatically change your fucking lifestyle because you had the opportunity you could have, and now you're just riding the coattails because you're an assistant or you get fucking, you know, layup leads from your manager, or because you have a particular pocket of people, and yet you're upset because, oh, business is slow. Hey, you got the fucking answer. You have the control, because it is your choice to determine how successful you will be and you will become. But here's the thing is that uncertainty gives us doubt. It gives us, you know, this sense of you know, not being good enough, right? Like we have concerns of the future. This is what I was talking about, illusions. Illusions because we don't even know if it's true or not. It hasn't even fucking happened. We're sitting there worried about illusions of the future. And we're only worried about illusions of the future because of memories we could reference from in our past. Meaning we might have saw Glengarry's Garen Ross and shit. We might have saw Boiler Room. We might have saw some fucking movie that shows the bad side and the downside of being in sales, the hustler movie. Fuck it, you probably could have saw Pursuit of Happiness and you're like, man, I don't want to fucking sleep in the bathroom in a subway. Fuck that. You know, I'm getting out of sales. I'm going back to HR and shit. Whatever the reason is, just understand that your life, your quality of life that you are experiencing right now, fuck it, that you've experienced thus far until right now, is in direct correlation of the actions and the decisions you've made. And so if you understand that, then you understand you can fucking rewrite and learn from history. You could rewrite your future, meaning it doesn't have to be a fucking repetitive process. All you need to do is wake up a little fucking early and understand what the fuck put you in your spot now. And if you identify what the fuck put you in your spot now, meaning, well, my spot right now is I'm kind of bitching and moaning because my income is going to be a little bit different. How the fuck do you know, bro? How the fuck do you know that if you just put a little bit of extra hustle and you were to get creative, that you can't create your own fucking campaign and just be a magnet of leads? Why the fuck are you determining your success based on the lead conversion of your fucking dialer? You are one of fucking many. How are the fuck are these other individuals able to survive and thrive while the rest of the competition is falling the fuck out? It's simple. It's because they have a mentor in their corner, whether physical or virtual, they got, or even a fucking book, right? Even a fucking audiobook, anything that is informing them with the value and the information they need to improve and be better than the way they were before. That's how the fuck they're thriving. I gotta roll this window down, man. My passion is fogging up the windows, but I'm gonna accept it. So my message to you today is you need to understand when the fuck to let go. Let go of the excuses that's holding you back. More importantly, let go of that fucking lead that's not gonna do business with you. Here's the thing, is that just because it has a high loan amount, or just because you're going to make a fatter rip, or just because they were a referral, or just because they called you, or just because they're your neighbor, your friend, your fucking family member, it does not fucking mean they qualify. It does not fucking mean it's done. Don't fucking spend the bonus. Don't fucking live and coast back and pull back from the throttle just because you got that one referral. It doesn't mean that bitch is gonna happen. Don't fucking celebrate and spend that bitch before it's even solidified. See, you have the fucking choice, but know when to let go. A lot of us right now are chasing fucking deals that they're hoping goes through. I want you to think about the fucking lead that you got in your pipeline right now. It's not even in your fucking pipeline, it's in your fucking queue. And I want you to think about that one, because you've been probably stalking them, emailing them, calling them, leaving messages and shit, all just because you might get a fatter rip than usual. And what's happening is you're becoming more and more let down, meaning you're actually determining your momentum based off that fucking lead. And Mr. Patel ain't gonna call you back, bro. Mr. Patel don't understand that the average interest rates are above 4%, bro. You know what he wants? He's waiting until the 2.5%. You can convince him the sky's fucking blue. Mr. Patel probably got a 3%, but then he's got the old mortgage insurance from FHA. So now this fucker's actually at 4 3/8, and you can truly give him some fucking benefit, but he can't get the understanding of his 3.5 or its 3% really being paying 4.35 because of fucking mortgage insurance. Even though you understand it, you and I understand it, we understand the fucking dynamics, we understand the details and shit, because we're professionals and we're artists within our craft, right? But Mr. Patel doesn't understand our dynamics. He's a fucking engineer, right? So all he understands is, hey, it doesn't say 3%. All right, so what does that mean? Does it mean that we continue chasing Mr. Patel to educate him and convince him the fucking sky is blue and water's wet? No, it does not. It means Mr. Patel is actually burning us in return. All the times that we're chasing fucking Mr. Patel, who wants the fucking 2% that is not going to be fucking available anytime soon with no cost and wants it in 3 days and doesn't even want to give you his fucking last name. That dude, that lead, you know what I mean? Like, you got one, or you know that one, or you're going to face that one. You have to make the decision to let that bitch go. You need to give yourself a fucking line in the sand. My line in the sand is 3 attempts. If I try 3 times and you're not giving me no play, you're not replying back, you're not replying back to a fucking text, I call you from my cell phone with star 67, meaning you don't even know it's fucking me. It just says, unknown caller, and you still don't reply back to my message, fuck you. I'm on to the next one. Now, I wish they did the best, and mentally, I kind of say fuck you. I don't say fuck you on the voicemail, but mentally, I'm just like, well, fuck you then. Shit, I'm gonna go help somebody else. But because see, what happens with Mr. Patel's info is it stays in my CRM, and I hope that you're with an outfit that has an advanced CRM to where it communicates with your prospects, regardless if you send out the email. Meaning, it's a fucking drip campaign. Let your fucking CRM work for you. You see, the problem is most of us are just training for a sprint when this game is a motherfucking marathon. Understand that you may not flip Mr. Patel right now, but that's okay. You might get Mr. Patel's coworker, Mr. Johnson, who's on fucking game, who understands what the fuck you're talking about, who genuinely needs your help and appreciates your help. Find more of those motherfuckers. That person will give you the momentum. That person will put you in the circle that you want to. Mr. Patel's gonna fucking refer you to another Mr. Patel who's gonna want the same fucking dream unicorn shit that you just can't get. But it's up to you to chase that bitch or fucking come to realization and say, hey man, I'm losing money waiting for this motherfucker, and I got control to change my future, and I got motherfucking control to take the action and make the choices to rewrite my history, because where we are right now is a direct correlation of the choices and the fucking actions that we make. So I hope this fucking video inspires you, because I'm fucking hungry as fuck, and I hope you are too. I'll see you on the top in the motherfucking next video. Pimp!